Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Biocram. This video I would like to start with a question. What is the first product of biotechnology? Your answer is insulin. In this video I am going to talk about application of biotechnology in medicine. Genetic engineering has immense impact in the area of healthcare, right from the diagnosis to the treatment. It has offered a ray of hope in the battle against terminal illness. So its contribution is immense. If we talk about diagnosis, it helps in the diagnosis of the pathogen. It helps in the diagnosis of specific organism. For example, coronavirus. Identification of coronavirus has made possible by RT-PCR, which stands for reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. Apart from this, it helps in DNA fingerprinting, which is used in forensic science. Other application is diagnosis of plant pathogen. It helps in the diagnosis of congenital diseases. So we have plenty of application of this genetic engineering. Now we will talk about treatment. For the treatment of diabetes, Humulin is used. What is Humulin? Humulin is recombinant insulin. Interferon is another recombinant DNA technology product. It is used for the treatment of cancer and leukemia. Erythropoietin, which is used for the treatment of anemia. So we have list of drugs which can be used for the treatment of different types of diseases. At present, around 30 different types of recombinant drugs are approved globally, out of which 12 have been marketed in India. So now we are going to learn about recombinant insulin. Recombinant first time Sharpe and Schaefer, they stated that the diabetes is caused by absence of secretion of islet of Langerhans, and they call that secretion insulin. Later, Banting and MacLeod, they successfully extracted the insulin from the dog and used that insulin for the treatment of diabetes, and for their work they were awarded with Nobel Prize in 1923. Before this, for the treatment of diabetes, if insulin was required, it was obtained by the slaughter of cattle and pig. Insulin, which is obtained from the cattle and pigs, is chemically similar to human insulin, but due to the presence of certain impurities, it was inducing allergic reaction. Apart from this, the extraction of the insulin from the cattle and the pig was very complicated. The production of the insulin was very less. So then came the recombinant insulin. Before studying how recombinant insulin is produced, it is important to understand what is the structure of human insulin. Insulin is a peptide hormone and it is secreted by the beta cells of islet of Langerhans. In the islet of Langerhans, apart from beta cells, other cells are also present like alpha cells. Alpha cells produce glucagon and delta cells produce somatostatin, and this is growth inhibiting hormone. Glucagon is a hormone which function is opposite to insulin, and the function of insulin is to convert glucose into glycogen. So it maintains the level of glucose in the blood. If due to certain reason the secretion of insulin is stopped or it is decreased, then glucose will be not converted into glycogen, and as a result of this, that the glucose level will be increased in the blood and the urine, and that disease is called diabetes mellitus. It is called diabetes mellitus. And for the treatment of diabetes mellitus, insulin is used. Insulin is not only the treatment for diabetes mellitus, oral medications are also given to the patients suffering from the diabetes. How these oral medications work? So first, they lower the glucose level in the blood, and also they increase the secretion of the insulin. But if these oral medication, when these oral medication fail to work, then in this case insulin has been given. Now we will see the structure of the insulin. In the insulin, two polypeptide chains are present, chain A and the chain B. So this is chain B and this is chain A. And these two chains, they are linked by two disulfide bonds. When insulin is synthesized by the beta cells of islet of Langerhans, they are synthesized in the form of prohormone, and that is proinsulin. And in the proinsulin, three polypeptide chains are present. So here in the mature insulin, two polypeptide chains are present, and here in case of proinsulin, three polypeptide chains are present. So we'll see here. So how does it look? So this is A chain, this one is B chain, and the other chain which is present in the immature insulin, that is C chain. So which I have marked with the red color, that is C chain. So during the maturation of the insulin, this C chain has been removed. So in the mature insulin, C chain is not present. So this will lead to the formation of, this is A chain, B chain, and the C chain has been removed. Here these A and B, they are also here, they are linked by disulfide bond, and in the A chain sulfide bond is present between the sulfur containing amino acids. Here this disulfide bond is also present between the sulfur containing amino acid. So this is C chain which has been removed while maturation of the insulin. Getting assembled hormone by recombinant DNA technology is a complicated process. So one American company, that is Eli and Lilly, they isolated DNA sequence for A chain and B chain. So this represent A chain and this represent B chain. And these DNA sequence, they are linked with the LAC-J gene, linked with the LAC-J gene, and then they are introduced into the plasmid, that is PBR322. This recombinant DNA, it is introduced into the E. coli, and these transformed E. coli, they were selected on the basis of blue and white screening. This transformed bacteria, they will be cultured and they will produce A chain. And similarly, this transformed bacteria, they will produce B chain, and like this the A chain and B chain will be produced separately, and in vitro these A chain and B chain will be linked by disulfide bond. And this type of hormone which is produced by recombinant DNA technology is called humulin. So this is about how that recombinant insulin is produced.